What is good with y'all, man? It's your boy Unseen. We back with another Daylyt reaction, baby. Let's go. Daylyt. We got another Daylyt track to react to. This one is called Astrial. I'm assuming it's spelled astral because it's astral projection. But with the title names like this, I can expect some word bending to be thrown in this song and some greatness to be showcased throughout. So we got Daylyt, man. You guys already know how Daylyt gets down. You guys don't need me to explain much more about Daylyt. He checks all the boxes. Y'all know the vibes. Before we get in this reaction, if you guys drop a like on the video, comment, subscribe if you're new, post notifications, turn those bitches on, baby. Turn them shits on, because we got videos coming. We got album reactions. We got a bunch of new things coming. We got some new artists to listen to. Let's go, man. We got plenty of shit. We're gonna be breaking down the lyrics today. Without further ado, let's get in the reaction, man. Let's go. All right, so I got the lyrics set up on another page right here. So shout out to fucking Reddit. Shout out to the Reddit forum for Daylyt lyrics, because they got the lyrics from this one. I couldn't find them anywhere, so we got lyrics to break down. You know the vibes. Let me know what bars I missed in the comments. Let's get into it.
You are a soul that temporarily inhabits a physical body.
Yes, sir, we do.
It's probably one of the coolest things you will ever experience.
Big facts.
Imagine this scenario. You're lying in your bed, eyes shut, completely relaxed and totally awake. After a few minutes, you feel your body becoming heavy and numb.
Bro, he's literally describing the process of astral projection. And I told y'all, man, I've never astral projected, but the furthest I've gotten is to the vibrational stage. I've felt the vibrations and shit. So that's the furthest I've got, but I've never like fully committed to it. And I just don't feel the need to do it right now. But astral projection is something special, man. If you know what you're doing and you're in the right environment, astral projection is something you want to do. You want to definitely try out.
Fly through the ceiling and into the sky.
It's building up. Building up.
I open my kundalini. So open is open. I'm hoping my boo can see me. Yeah. So cold, so warm. We are not in our physical form.
Facts.
So foreign. Spirit awake, but the body still snoring.
Yup.
The vessel, we no longer trapped in it. We didn't jump to the astral plane. How is this happening? Fuck it,
okay.
Let's fuck on the cabinet. Fuck
okay.
It, I'm stabbing it. Fuck, I ask her. Man, I'm damn near ghost. Fuck doggy style girl. I'ma fuck like Casper.
All right. So he's talking like, he's pretty much taking you inside the process, inside the, what it feels like to astral project. He's literally taking on what it's like when you are outside of your body, in your astral body. Because he's describing it like he's not in his own body. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's in the astral plane. He's fucking on the cabinets. He's talking about like ghosts and shit, you know, like the shit that you can see in the astral plane. He's talking all this. He's mentioning all these subjects that relate to being outside of your body. So I see what he's doing here. I'm waiting for some crazy bars, so let's keep going.
Energy output. We are not here. You can stop this whole joint. Finger banging the chakra on point.
This place is beyond comprehension.
Yeah. Finger banging the chakra on point, because he's saying like, bro, because you point with your finger, like, yeah, finger banging. And then also like, he's talking about we finger banging, we fucking, bro. He's setting up this whole entire like sexual scheme, and also the double entendre of finger banging your chakras, like on point. You point with your finger, and also your chakras, like with your fingers, you do certain mudras to help stimulate certain chakras, I'm pretty sure. So that's probably what the finger has to reference. Yeah, okay.
To this day, all over the world, people report of being visited by angels.
I've been awakened, Merkaba, meditation, stay patient. We was all off track. Look at those railroads, living in a world that's strange. I ain't feel like this with the past holes. What we gon'
do you hear these, like the voices in the back, the angelic voices? Because even in the interlude that came before this, it was saying like, oh, people have been reported to experience being visited by angels, and then the voices that are singing sound like fucking angels. Like, it's really, he's on point right now. Daylyt's on point with his sonics and just painting this entire mood and setting the mood for what this song is about. Yeah, this is some crazy shit. This makes me feel like I'm just floating off into space type shit. Astral projecting, right? Dude, this shit sounds beautiful. This shit sounds amazing. This shit sounds majestic.
This is where they're from. As the dimensional levels go higher and higher, less and less is being documented. For a few people have actually been there to write about them, and even those who have a hard time putting such experiences into words.
Okay.
So, let's talk about some benefits of astral travel.
I'm with that. I'm with that. He's giving y'all credibility. Like, he's introducing somebody who's speaking about astral projection and these type of practices. He's using that to like introduce this in a scientific type of way for the people who are still trapped in the matrix and need science to back shit up, or they need a authority figure, a white guy, right? Like a white guy. It sounds like a fucking white dude. You know, you need someone to back that shit up. That's what he's doing. He knows how this shit works. Daylyt knows like how this system works. You gotta utilize and take advantage of how our society gives credibility to certain things. And he's using this to just kind of like help the listener like get introduced to astral projection in a more like scientific way, on top of what Daylyt is rapping about and just describing. So I fuck with that. I fuck with interludes. Whenever there's interludes in songs, I can appreciate that. Or when there's like a spoken word from someone, I can really appreciate that, man, because that shows that you're dedicated to the art of the song. You're dedicated to making art. You're not just dedicated to making shit sound cool, turn up. Like, no, this is real artwork right here. This is a real piece of art. Let's keep going.
Sex intersection, we sex and inception. Wake, mind, body, dream. Ay, sweat drip, body. DMT set drip. I be in a dream where we led to escape draws. Ay, China, find a great wall.
Okay.
Dream seeking.
Okay. So this is like, I noticed Daylyt in this track. There's not a lot of bars. There really isn't a lot of bars. Not a lot of double entendres. Like, I'm surprised I even had to say that, because every Daylyt song I feel like we've heard on this channel has been double entendres every line, wordplay, syllable, fast flow. This one is like, all right, let me get rid of all that. Let's just try to focus on the sonics and the message here. So, and luckily we caught a bar right here. It said sex intersection, we sex in the inception. Bro, and then he said dream, because Inception, you know the movie Inception, it's about like if you're dreaming, if this shit's like all a dream, or if you're like awake, or if this is like a simulation type shit. And y'all know what Inception is, right? And he said intersection, right? Like, because when he says intersection, that sounds like interception or inception. Like, he's just playing with the prefixes of words, bro. Let's keep going, man. There's not a lot of bars in this, but bro, I'm loving the sonics in this one. I'm loving it. I'm loving the sonics.
Consciousness back in my body. I should pull out, but I'm back in her body. Maybe we should leave the body in back of us.
Okay. He said, I should pull out, but I'm back in her body. Maybe we should leave the body in back of us. Bro, because once again, I told you, he's taking on the form of the astral body, like your spirit, your light body, not your physical, but like your actual astral body. So he's saying, I should pull out, but I'm back in her body. Cause like pull out, cause this is like sex, right? I should pull out, but I'm back inside, I'm back in her body, right? And also on an astral plane perspective, I think this has to do with like the rope technique. You pull out of your body, you pull yourself out. Like, this is what I mean, is I have not done this for myself, but I've studied these techniques. I've studied these practices enough to where I feel like I can speak on them a little bit more than the average person can. That's a triple entendre I just noticed. I should pull out, I'm back in her body, because this is talking now like cars. Picture cars, right? Pull out, you pull out of the parking spot, and also you back into a parking spot, pull out, back in her body. Yeah, that's a bar right there. I didn't even catch that shit until now. Oh man, that's special. That's special. Just want to reiterate that this isn't the most lyrically dense song, but I like the concept of it, because this is not really done a lot in rap. This type of perspective is not really portrayed in rap. This sets you apart. This sets you apart from just about every other rapper. I don't know any rappers that make a song where they're rapping from the perspective of you being outside your body. Like, who the fuck makes a song like that? For real. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not saying that just because I fuck with Daylyt heavy, but like, for real, what rapper is deciding to take on that perspective? Only people who have done it, probably, right? Only people who have done it, or have at least researched enough about it and talking about it from a non-physical perspective, and at the same time it doubles as a physical thing, like a relationship, you know, him and this girl doing whatever they doing, right? It literally can apply to the two different scenarios. That's genius right there.
So
damn, this shit sounds so crazy.
I've been awakened, Merkaba, meditation. Stay patient. We was all off track. Look at those railroads.
Okay, Daylyt. I respect that. All right, so that was Daylyt with Astrial or Astral. That song right there was actually pretty interesting because it's by far, from what we've heard, the least lyrically complex song from Daylyt. Like, this song was heavily focused just on the message and on the concept of what he's talking about, rather than the actual subject matter and trying to, you know, spit a message and expose shit, which is what we're used to, right? We're used to him exposing shit, used to him spreading knowledge, but this is him like embodying a concept, kind of like how Kid Cudi does with the Man on the Moon shit, kind of how like Logic did in Incredible True Story. Like, they're literally taking on like a scene. They're literally putting themselves within a context, and that's what Daylyt did with this. He put himself literally rapping from the perspective of being outside your body, and also like incorporating, you know, a relationship with a girl, and like, you know, just an interaction with a girl, and what that means on a spiritual and also on a physical plane, because that's the way he rapped it. Is it applies to the physical and the spiritual, and also just the mental too. You think about this shit, so it literally incorporates the mind, body, soul. This entire song incorporates those three elements, the 333 mind, body, soul connection, because you use your mental to help comprehend the physical part that Daylyt's rapping about and the spiritual part that he's rapping about. So that's literally like the holy trinity right there, bruh. And that's just that's a download I just kind of received right now as we speak. Is like, this song embodies the mind, body, soul, whether you like it or not. And I can salute that from Daylyt, because not a lot of people gonna be able to catch that, bro. Not a lot of people gonna be able to notice that on the first listen. And let me know in the comments if what you think of this song, because this one's pretty interesting, and I want to know what you guys think. And do you prefer this kind of Daylyt, or do you prefer the one that's like exposing shit, like putting you on every ounce of knowledge? That's what I want to know. So leave that in the comments. Let me know what you think. That's gonna do it. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, man. It's been your boy Unseen. I will catch y'all in the next video, man. Peace.